I'm Allison from Learning at the Primary Pond. I'm a literacy specialist, and in this video, I'm going to explain a really effective research-based way to teach grammar. Before we get into it though, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to do that now, and then also hit the little bell so that you don't miss out on any of the brand new videos that I post about teaching. At the time that I'm recording this, grammar is not getting a lot of attention, it's not getting a lot of focus, but it is a very important part of structured literacy. We gotta teach our kids grammar, and that starts in kindergarten. Now, in kindergarten, grammar is very different from what it is in like even first or second grade. But we gotta start off slowly so kids are building their skills as they move through the grades. I have heard from a lot of teachers that they're not quite sure how to teach grammar, or sometimes it like conflicts with their writing program, or they don't have enough time to teach grammar. So I'm curious, would you let me know in the comments, do you actually have a grammar program to follow? Let me know, I would love to hear from you. Here's what research tells us about teaching grammar effectively. The research tells us that our grammar instruction should not just be these out of context, isolated grammar drills. We have to connect it to real reading and writing. Now, when I say isolated out of context grammar drills, this means that your grammar instruction should not just be like sentence fixing, putting up incorrect sentences and the kids fix them. While I'll do this once in a while, what the research shows is that if we're constantly exposing our kids to bad writing, that is what they're going to absorb, right? They're going to remember the bad stuff as opposed to remembering how correct sentences are structured, which is not what we want. So doing tons of sentence fixing activities, not what we want to do for our grammar instruction. We want to connect our instruction to real reading and writing. So if you're wondering what that should actually look like, I'm going to give you an example from Grammar Alive, my grammar program. This is the first grade level, but I also have it for kindergarten and second grade. Link is in the caption, but let me give you an example of what connected grammar instruction that follows the research should look like. Grammar Alive includes short activities that you can use throughout the week, and you can pick and choose how many of these you actually do, but let me show you some examples. So toward the beginning of the week, this, by the way, is a week that's all about introducing adjectives, and it starts with this like really interactive hands-on activity where kids are observing objects and coming up with describing words and then learning that those describing words are adjectives. This also lists some possible mentor texts and talks about how you can take the books that you are already reading to students and help them find examples of adjectives. So there's that connection to real reading, okay? It also gives you like these example sentences that have adjectives that kids can learn from. Again, you're connecting that grammar concept to real reading. There is a sort where kids are actually sorting words that are adjectives and words that are not. There is a scavenger hunt where kids are looking for adjectives in the wild, meaning they're looking in the books that they're reading. So again, this is always connecting it back to real reading. And then what's really critical is that kids have an opportunity to apply this to their own writing. And so these activities actually tell you how to take whatever type of writing that you might be working on and integrate adjectives work so that kids are coming up with, and then I also have this whole anchor chart. They are using the adjectives that they're learning. They're actually adding that to their own writing to add detail. So not only is this having them, do engaging activities, but also connect it to real reading and real writing. Because that's the whole point of learning grammar, right? To be able to express yourself correctly. So Grammar Alive definitely does all of that. One other fun activity that I also want to mention before we wrap up is this adjectives that describe me thing, where the kids, draw themselves and then they write some different adjectives that describe them. It could be on the inside, the outside, or both. So again, it's an opportunity for them to take what they're learning, apply it to their writing, and my students really love doing this. If you want to learn more about Grammar Alive, again, I have it for kindergarten, first, and second grade. Definitely check out the caption so that you can read more about it. I hope that this video was helpful. If you have any questions, of course, I'm happy to answer them. But before you go, it would mean so much to me if you hit the like button and then subscribed, and I will look forward to seeing you in my next video.